Hello, Bargain Boondocker here. What you're seeing is the winter look of the inside of our little travel trailer. And I'll give you a picture here of the outside. But the reason it looks this way is because usually in the wintertime we're getting things, redone, fixed things, or changing things that we found over the summer we didn't want to stick with. And I wanted to talk a little bit about what I want to do on this channel. And I call it Bargain Boondocker because, well, let's face it, a lot of us, myself included, don't have a lot of money. And yet we still like to get out in nature. We want to go out. We want to be comfortable. I'll give you a little hint. I'm not young anymore, but at the same time, I'm not in my 70s, I hope. And I like my comfort. And we've been through, this is our third camper. The first one was a pop-up that we got for free. And did a lot of work on that, new canvas and new pulleys and cables and all that. And a lot of other things with repairs. And then finally my wife got tired of me working on it. She said, let's buy a new one. So we went and bought a brand new trailer. We like trailers because we like to pull it and then use the truck to go somewhere else. And plus, they're cheaper. You don't have to pay. The licenses are not as expensive on them, and you don't have to pay for fuel to run them and all that stuff. So anyway, we go with the trailers, and we had that brand new trailer we bought, used it for 2-3 years, and figured out it's got a lot of stuff in these new ones that we don't need. It had an air conditioner. Well, we're boondockers. We don't run a generator. We don't like that. Can't run the air conditioner. Had a microwave. Well, that takes the 110 and draws a lot of juice. We don't want to run that either. As you'll see looking around, you'll find there's no TV set in here. There's no stereo in here. This is for getting out, or it's not a home away from home. And most of these newer campers, you go look at them, and let's face it, they're nicer than our homes. We didn't think that was necessary, so we found this older one. It's a 76 Aristocrat. The one thing that I liked about this one, one of the things I liked about this over the new one that we had, the new trailer, was the new trailer did not have an insulated floor. It was just plywood on the frame, and they coated it with stuff to waterproof it and whatever, and put down your vinyl on the floor on the inside, and that's what you had. And we go up into the Colorado Rockies, even in the middle of July, it can get down into the 40s or even lower. If you have a nice rainy day and then followed by a cool night, that floor gets mighty cold. Well, this little Aristocrat's got an insulated floor, insulated walls, insulated ceiling. So it's more comfortable. But anyway, we were talking about getting old campers versus new ones. You look at your new ones, and you look at the payments you're going to be making on those things. You look at how often you're going to get to use it, because let's face it, there's not a lot of time for a lot of us to get out and use these things. I mean, we might get 2 or 3 extended weekends a year, plus maybe 2, if we're lucky, 3 full weeks. And usually not all at one time, but a week here, a week there, a week there throughout the summer. In the winter, it's just too blasted cold to get out there. It's just no fun. So we don't go in the winter. So you got to look at how much you're spending on payments, and then work that out over what it's going to cost you, for a year's worth of payments, and then say, okay, how much is it costing me per night to use this thing? So we bought one that we could pay cash for. It had some repairs to be done, still has some repairs to be done. It was in the process of being remodeled. So these walls that you see that are, I don't know if you can see the color too well on this, but they're a very light cream tan color. When we got it, they were splotchy white Kills primer. And it was, beneath the fridge was some, on this wall, that wall, on this wall. You had some over here. And it's like, okay, what are we going to do? Well, we liked the paneling up here in the front. I didn't want to paint over it. And most of the kills was back there. There is one little spot right over there you can see under the window. Little line where a roller of it touched out. And we figured we can live with that. So we went and picked out some colors and bought some small containers of paint. Some of this was even done, like the red that you see in the doors, in the trim around the doors, that was done with just a sample bottle we got at Home Depot and painted the little red lines in those. And then we got in here and painted over all the kills that was done. And we finished the kills work too, because it was splotchy. And then these little wood trim things right here with the red line on it, that did not come with the camper. I added that so that we would have a brake to carry that line all the way down to the back of the dinette here. And you know, we just do little things like that. You figure out, okay, what has to be done before I will spend a night in this camper, and then find a way to do it. But you don't need the expensive, and a lot of people can't afford the expensive new campers. And I'll give you a link to a website that my brother uses where he buys campers for his construction business. He buys used ones really cheap. And I didn't even know about it when we bought this one. It was before he found that website. So I'll put that in the description as well. But you know, you can get into it, and you can go out there and enjoy nature, and you can do it inexpensively so that it's more enjoyable. Nice thing about these older campers like this one here, they're not so pretty on the outside. You can drag them through the trees, go up in the mountains, and not worry about it. This table looks like a nice expensive table. That was a dining room table somebody was giving away for free on Craigslist. I bought it, brought it home, found the section of it that I liked the best, cut it down to fit what I needed in here, and mounted the stuff on the bottom from the old tabletop that was all beat up. Now this thing came with this camouflage looking material in here, and the curtains that are too short. Yeah, those have to be redone, but that's not top of our priorities right now to get done, so it remains. And we have done a lot of things to this, but I just thought I'd open up with just letting you know you don't have to have the expensive new campers, because if you got an air conditioner on it that you're not using, that's weight and that's wind resistance that's dragging down your mileage. You don't need it. And if you don't have a stereo and a TV and a microwave inside, that gives you more room for storage, for food, for games. We like to take games with us. We keep blankets in here all the time, and we keep cups and paper plates and things in here all the time. So if we ever had to bug out, as people talk about, we would be able to just grab some food, throw it in, and take off, and we're ready to go. Okay, add some water to the tank. But, you know, things we were looking for, things that were important to us were a dedicated bed, which we got to get a mattress for it now, because we tried an air mattress, and, ooh, heavens, that was horrible. And so we wanted that. We wanted a bathroom. We have that. We wanted a stove. We have that. And we wanted a fridge. And here's the fridge. The furnace doesn't work. I'm going to replace that. I'll do a video on that later. And I'll do videos on different things that we've done. But I just wanted to kick it off with this one and let people know that, you know, if you want to get out there, don't be afraid of it. You know, get you something that you can pick up cheap. Learn, start small. Our first camper, the pop-up, we got it for free. And it needed work. But that's where I've learned to do a lot of the work on campers, is by having to do it. So I'll pass along some information. I'll get that link in the description, and I hope you'll subscribe to my channel, and we can start sharing some ideas, and you can give me ideas on things that we can talk about and we can cover. Thank you.